We wanted to have a truly Cypriot product that had a point and had a mission for not just for Cyprus, for around the world. That means to incentivize peace, bringing farmers and therefore bringing communities together. Hi, my name is Hasan. I'm the co-founder and CEO of Colive. We're a modern olive oil brand that works with farmers across the divide in Cyprus. Our main product is that we work directly with olive farmers, collect their olives, and craft the best olive oil that we can, and we export it around the world. Colive started about 4 years ago between me and Alexandros. We started the company working with 2 olive farmers, collect their olives, did a lot of tests, and worked through the green line trade. So when we started, there was no item for olives. We built that up for 6 to 8 months, started crossing olives and then making the olive oil. So that's how we started. Right now, we work with about 30 farmers in our network, and we supply our olive oil to US, mainly United States of America, nationwide. So every sort of city, you can find us in a store. Why are we in US and not in Cyprus that heavily? It's a conscious decision to export something. So when we started Colive, the idea was if we export and if we add value to the Cypriot economy as a whole, that will be an added benefit to incentivize peace. What that means is it's not 2 communities selling to each other and trying to have a zero-sum game, but we're trying to increase the value of the 2 communities coming together. So that was always the plan. The decision to trade across green line was in the business from the get-go. So to be true Cypriot, you cannot have one side over the other. So we didn't want to just buy from the south as European Union product or just from the north. At the start of the company, we worked towards that end. And we were lucky to have the green line trade. We're grateful for that and for us to really build the work on it in the past 4 or 5 years, because it started from olives, now it's olive oil. Now we're working off different produce and different farmers, different restaurants. So as we grow the network from 2 farmers, it became, we have 2 mills that we associate with. For example, one is Agrolea in Ipsilat village, or Sütluce in Famagosta region, and the other one is King of Olives in Anglesida. So these 2 mills and factories are very critical to what we do, because then we can build on top of those systems as a brand, and that is very, very, very crucial. For our business to succeed, it's very much in simple terms. One is vertical integration. So we need more farms. For the different set of farmers that we have, the way they're facing challenges when it comes to dealing with the government, dealing with incentives, farmers in the north is much more at a disadvantage to south, because the Republic of Cyprus does have the European Union's incentives and sort of investment opportunities at hand. That is the biggest issue, to plan and to grow these farms in terms of in a healthy way, and to make sure that this will continue 100%, meaning that we will always have the checkpoints open, that we can always trade. That's the biggest challenge. So there's still political instability. We saw that in the COVID. The checkpoints were closed. We couldn't trade for 6 months, almost to a year. And we kind of left our warehouses. So we kind of remember that, and everybody kind of remembers that. We shouldn't approach this as a zero-sum game, but how can we work and utilize everything that we have to grow together? In terms of infrastructure, the more we have the basis of that, and again, it comes to investment. What I mean is like the more olive oil storage, for example, the better equipment that we can work with, which we work with cutting edge, but like we can always do better and innovate on a different level. We can utilize that more. So rather than green line trade and this sort of gatekeeping of like this is going to be allowed, this is not going to be allowed, we need to kind of scratch all that and like think what we can do together on a realistic terms and export and grow globally. Like start thinking in those terms to not what we can take from each other, but what we can grow together. My advice to entrepreneurs is one, start. Start talking to people, start working on your product, start working on your idea. In terms of a bigger picture on the policy towards these entrepreneurs, think in a small terms like what you can sell on to either side. Starting with the less obvious, like if you're in the south and you're entrepreneur in the Republic of Cyprus, you can gain 30-40% of your market in a day. So it's the same culture. The products you're selling in the south will probably find customers in the north. That's one. And if you hire Turkish Cypriots, one, you'll have diversity. So if you're an information technology company, you'll grow your market by that much, and you bring in fresh ideas from that, and you bring talent that we need to have to grow Cyprus as an innovation hub. From the north is more obvious because you convert your product into European Union product that is a higher value. You gain much more of the logistical help. So they'll find you that you can export anywhere you like, kind of more freely. As we kind of diminish the thresholds and barriers to trade and barriers to people crossing, it's just kind of converging in the same European Union idea. Free movement of goods, free movement of people, that everybody has a say in how they live their life. From an entrepreneur starting, to recap, start talking to people, come talk to us. We invest to talk to you because part of our social mission is to grow more entrepreneurs in the conflict zones such as Cyprus, to lead the way to incentivize peace. So start today, talk to us, talk to anybody that you know that deals in green light trade, and dream big on sort of global scale, and then you'll be successful.